Do I go with a real tree or an artificial tree? Both have their advantages and disadvantages, and a lot of people are talking about this right now as they prepare to deck the halls and wait for Santa to come down that chimney.
So I grew up with a fake tree.
Something about actually going and getting one and chopping it down or yourself or buying it.
Real these days. I was always artificial growing up.
Nothing says Christmas quite like a real tree, and many would argue that the real ones have a charm that many families cherish.
More of a nostalgic, like on my favorite movie, Christmas Vacation, he goes out and cuts the tree out in the woods, like that type of feeling.
For those shopping for a real tree, they say it's the experience of selecting their tree and making memories that will last forever. But between Pat and Emily, a decision had to be made, real or fake.
I think she was okay with it. I don't know if you have too much of an opinion against it.
I was like, you know what, this isn't gonna be an argument that like, I just can't win. Like he's like, it's gotta be a real tree, it's gotta be a real tree. It smells better, this and that.
It's a family event. It's more than just, pulling the tree out of the closet and setting it up. It feels like a chore. This almost feels like an experience.
Vincenzo Vitalgio has a tree stand in Madison Heights, and his family has been in this business for generations. And he says the trees are about 7 to 12 years old.
A bulk of our customers that come back, they are returners, people that have come to us for years. But we are getting a lot of first-timers as of late.
Here are the advantages and disadvantages of artificial and real trees. Real trees do have a fresh scent, they're biodegradable, and they're recyclable. And here are the disadvantages: the cost, maintenance, allergies, and they can be a fire hazard. And here are the artificial tree advantages: they're cost effective, they're low maintenance, they're allergy free, and they are a convenience. But there are some disadvantages, such as environmental concerns, fire risks, and they are non-recyclable. But I did have to find those buying the artificial trees, like Cameron Livingston, who says the real trees are just too much work.
I've always gotten real trees, but they're a lot of maintenance. There's a lot of watering and cleaning up you have to do.
But we were actually just talking about this in the car.
Sarah and Michael Grice were out looking for a new artificial tree, and they say it's worth the cost and less maintenance.
It's paid off instead of spending $100 every single year for a real tree. Plus it dies. And it makes a mess.
Whether you choose a real tree or a fake tree, the decision ultimately comes down to your personal preference.
Try out getting a real tree every once in a while and you might like it.
Reporting in Madison Heights, Peter Maxwell, 7 News Detroit.